Once elected, I will be vegetarian. Fellow citizens of Green Meadow, Wolf began, I stand before you today, not as a predator, but as a fellow villager committed to the well-being of our community. I am aware of the doubts that linger in your minds. I am, after all, a Wolf. But let me assure you, if elected, I pledge to become a vegetarian. My priority will be the prosperity and safety of every resident, regardless of their species, his tone oozing charisma. In the heart of the great forest, election season had arrived, and all creatures, both meek and mighty, gathered in anticipation. On a grassy knoll overlooking the crowd, the Wolf stood tall, his fur gleaming in the sunlight, his eyes sharp as ever. His voice, smooth and commanding, sliced through the murmurs of the assembly. A collective gasp rippled through the crowd. Could it be? Could the fierce Wolf really be willing to forsake his nature? He must have had a change of heart, one deer whispered. Look at how sincere he seems, a rabbit added. Maybe it's time for a new beginning, a sheep murmured, her eyes wide with hope. Among the audience was Kana, a gentle and wise sheep who had lived in Green Meadow his entire life. Kana's skepticism was palpable, his hooves firmly planted in the lush grass. He listened intently to Wolf's speech. He had seen many politicians make grand promises, but this one seemed particularly audacious. How can a Wolf survive without meat? Kana muttered, his sharp eyes never leaving the Wolf's face. This is nothing more than a facade, a ploy to manipulate us. Kana tried to warn the others, don't fall for his smooth words. A Wolf can't change his nature, his promises are nothing, but lies wrapped in charm. But the other sheep, swept up in the Wolf's charisma, dismissed him. You're being paranoid, Kana. This is a new era, one of them said. Give him a chance, he's our best option, another urged. Maybe he's seen the error of his ways, a deer speculated. Kana's voice of reason was drowned out by the fervor of the crowd. Election day arrived, and despite his warnings, the animals overwhelmingly voted for the Wolf, swayed by his promises of unity and peace. The Wolf, now in power, stood before them again, smiling with triumph. As promised, my fellow citizens, he declared, I will ensure your safety and prosperity. We will all thrive together under my leadership. Days passed, and the forest seemed peaceful. The Wolf would call upon a sheep or two, inviting them to meetings about forest policies or community safety. One by one, these sheep would disappear. No one raised an alarm. The Wolf, after all, had made his promises. Surely, nothing sinister was happening. But Kana knew better. He had seen it coming. He had warned the others. Soon enough, the truth was undeniable. The Wolf, in secret, had tricked the sheep, inviting them one by one to their doom. By the time the flock realized what was happening, it was too late. The Wolf had feasted on nearly all of them, all while maintaining his charming facade in public. The once hopeful forest was now shrouded in fear, and the animals, too late, realized the folly of their trust. Kana had been right all along. True wisdom lies in questioning what is before you. Don't be fooled by appearances or empty promises. Seek the truth beneath the surface, lest you fall prey to deception.
Oh.